We've now come to week 5, and we will begin week 5 with a discussion, and your reading assignments will be chapters 10, 11, and 12. Chapter 10 is extremely important. It is entitled Accident Notification, Reporting, and Investigation. Do you know what requires reporting? Does every incident with an aircraft require that it be reported? And if you are to report it, to whom and to what agency must it be reported? There are a number of considerations in this matter. This chapter is intended to assist you in understanding the importance of knowing that not all aircraft mishaps are required to be reported to the government, and to equip you with a methodology to determine whether a particular mishap requires that the government be given notice. It is also intended to impress upon you the value of aircraft operators having in place a prescribed accident response plan prior to the occurrence of any mishap. Once the airplane is crunched, and once there is a mishap, that is not the time to begin worrying about to whom do I report it, or how do I report it, and should I report it. You should have that if you're flying for a charter service, or you're flying for corporate, or you're flying for any other commercial venture. There should be in place a plan that will take care of reporting requirements and to whom you would report. So be sure you look at that. And it's also very important in all these matters that you are paying very close attention to what is being set forth in your syllabus. Your syllabus has a wealth of information regarding what is to be expected of you. As in this situation, you may be subject to another understanding quiz on the materials that you requested that you're assigned to read. So you need to understand that can happen at any time. So be certain that the week 5 materials are well in hand. The other item that we're going to be studying is the buying and selling of aircraft and how that can be done. In general aviation, most litigation arises out of aircraft purchases, and it'll have its roots in parties' failure to properly document the agreement, especially warranties relating to the aircraft's condition, and because the purchaser failed to commission an adequate pre-purchase inspection. Pre-purchase inspections are extremely important. That will be discussed in this chapter. Regardless of whether you're a purchaser or a seller, having an adequate pre-purchase can protect you if you are selling an aircraft. It can protect you if you are purchasing an aircraft. Having Joe Knucklebuster Mechanic sign off on it as being airworthy and having a fresh annual can get you into trouble if that is not absolutely the case. So probably it'd be best to do it appropriately, do it right, get the proper information into the logs that there has been a proper pre-purchase inspection and that it is ready to be used. We're going to begin into chapter 12 with this week regarding leasing, co-ownership, and fractional ownership. That is a big source of the availability of aircraft. You may be flying an aircraft for a company that is not solely owned by that company. There may be leasing, it may be leased aircraft, it may be in a co-ownership situation that has become very popular in a good way for companies to have access to equipment that they would not otherwise be able to afford merely by entering into these co-ownership agreements or fractional ownership. Pay close attention to those. Chapter 12 is going to be covered both this week and we'll be finishing it up in week 6. So there will also be there may be a short quiz. Always be prepared for a quiz. Have the information of your assignment well in hand. So you need to take care of the workbook assignments as well as the reading assignments. Those things will help you immensely. Good luck.